This is the world-famous Cheat Day show, and we're here at the world-famous Comedy Cellar, who's been tremendous sponsors and supporters of this show. And we are here today, as always, with the lovely, the immaculate, the beautiful Mehran.
The effusive kindness. Do you know what I mean? And then the mic's cut out. Do you know what I mean? And then the knives come
I kind of sensed a little passive aggressive.
Of course it was passive aggressive. But here's the real treat of today, is that we are joined by fellow comedian in the trenches, TikTok and Instagram sensation, the one and only Ms. Zarna Garg. Yes, namaste.
And by the way, as a person who has introduced her before, I can tell you she has over 100 million TikTok views.
Close to 200.
Whoa! But who's counting? Who can count?
It's only been a week.
No, it really is. It's actually wild. I have a friend who I made in recent months. I'm fresh out of rehab. I'm yet to be out. So I have new friends. I have a whole new school of friends. Clean house.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Geez." I swear to God, we were there to talk about my life and my health, and he was like, "That to one side." Do you know something? Like it was like that, right?
Yeah, but you know what? I just think that they may have a mother-in-law that they too want to trash. Because I've somehow become the flag bearer of that type of comedy. There's a lot of people looking for me now.
Yeah, I mean the trope used to be like it was male comics who would complain about their mother-in-law, but it's true. I'm also from the Middle East. You're from India, from Iran. Mother-in-law is not always easy. It's not an easy pill to swallow.
Well, I mean, I'm more fascinated with the fact of her meteoric rise in the amount of time. I mean, how are you doing?
4 years, including 2 of the pandemic.
Hang on, I'm just going to kill myself.
Yeah.
Why? No, but like
4 years?
No, but
do you know what it is?
No, can I tell you something? It's not right to measure, because that answer is accurate in New York Comedy Club, open mic, all the things you use to calculate the time.
Yeah.
Some version of being a comedian has been a part of my life.
I believe that entirely.
I just didn't know this was a job.
Yeah.
I never thought about doing this as a thing.
Oh, no, it's also not a thing that really doesn't matter how much time you're doing it. What I'm saying is, for a comedian to have developed as much as you have in that short of time,
it really is. I mean, it's like you can jog a little bit, or you can, train as an athlete. And I feel like you trained as an athlete, and you grew into dog.
Well, I kind of use comedy as a weapon. I had to. We come from difficult places, and especially if you're a woman who says anything the way I do now, it's like you've got to be very careful and strategic.
I've always liked that about you.
I mean, the ability to diffuse the tension that you create is absolutely a critical skill.
Yeah.
Because our men, they will kill you.
Yeah. No, and they actually will kill you. It's not just saying it in words.
Yeah, it's not a flirtation.
Yeah.
It is an action. Yeah.
I mean, okay. I mean, yes.
It's a different game.
So it's a different kind of crowd work I've done my whole life.
That's genius.
We're worried about getting heckled. She's worried about getting beheaded.
Well, I mean, the stakes are in fact different, and it's wild because you are so visible, right? You've gone from, and it's in 4 years that you have gone from a certain life to a different kind of visibility.
Yeah.
How's that?
No one saw it coming, not even me. I mean, when I did my first open mic, I thought I'd do a few just to appease my kids, because they dared me to do this.
Wow.
So I was like, I'll do a few so they can't say mom was too scared to try, and then that'll be the end of it.
Yeah.
And then it just grew and grew, and now here we are with, like, by some measure, I'm the WhatsApp queen of India, because TikTok is banned in India.
Why's TikTok?
But you remember when Trump was like, we're going to ban it, Chinese people are spying on you and all that?
Yeah.
India just did it. They were like, oh, maybe he has something. So the next day we woke up and it was like TikTok banned in India.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said about the fact that they created it and they only let their people use it 3 hours a day. So there's clearly some something not great about it. That
Well, social media in general is kind of,
well, so we need a little background on you. You're not actually from here. You're from India.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am.
Okay.
Yes. Born and raised in India. I came here at 16.
16.
Yeah. For college and law school. Yeah.
Okay, and so she's also a lawyer.
Oh yeah,
I
sure.
am.
Why not?
Okay, I'm really not
Sure.
allowed. He doesn't let me. I told you earlier, I'm not allowed to learn anything about our guests.
And she's a mother and a wife.
Well, she's incredibly she's a smart, strategic thinker, and she's incredibly affable, which is
I don't know. Why does my mother-in-law not feel this way?
Do you know what it is? Okay, I'm very curious. And okay, so we have to maybe unpack the culture.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
by the way, where'd you go to college and law school?
In Ohio, University of Akron and Case Western Reserve, because my
Got it.
sister lived in Ohio.
Okay.
I came to America in difficult circumstances. We don't
We
get
tend
into
to.
it. But exactly.
Yeah.
Like no one comes here because let's just go check it out. It's like life is really hard, and maybe it's gonna get easier if we come here. Which from a comedy point of view has been really funny because here people assume that immigrants come here to work hard. Not so much. We came here because we thought it was going to be easier here.
Nobody wants to work hard.
I don't think it's work. I think that it's an opportunity, a chance.
Yes.
So I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know. There is still a very heavy class system within India.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if you're a family of shoemakers, you're probably going to be a shoemaker.
But I don't get shoemaker vibes from you.
No, but what I'm saying though is you come to America because you just want the chance.
Well, the thing is that as a woman, you're the bottom of the whole heap.
Yeah.
So the shoemaker's son is above any woman.
Sweet Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's just the reality. Anything here would have been an opportunity. And not to mention, I didn't see this coming at all, the comedy thing.
But law.
There's a
you went-
strong comparison between law and comedy.
Yes.
We've uncovered that several times on this
Yeah,
podcast.
it
Yes.
sums up quite a bit. It's absolutely true.
It's people who like words. It's like if
Absolutely.
you like words and you like fidgeting with them and rearranging them and the whole thing, because as a lawyer, that's what you do.
Well, I think it's winning an argument.
Well, of course.
Well, but words are your sword and shield, and that's true of us on stage too.
And winning, I agree. It's like, when you get that audience applause, it's a win, right? You're like, you got it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I do.
So now you're here, you're doing comedy, you have a law degree, but you're not practicing law.
I can't. I was so bad at it, Brian. I was
Really?
so
What about it?
I was so bad as a lawyer. But you could be at least somewhat good to do something. You know what I mean? I was the worst. I would take my own client to the judge. I would be like, Your Honor, my client has robbed the liquor store. And the judge would be like, But you're the defense attorney. I'm like, But you and I both know he did it.
Judge was like, I was going to give him 5 years. She's like,
No, 10.
No.
It's 10.
Like
Missed
double
one.
easy on this one. So I think I'm doing society a service by not practicing law.
I mean, but you have the knowledge. You know what I mean? You have the knowledge in your back pocket. That doesn't go away.
It's like the thinking like a lawyer never does turn off. It's true. Everywhere you go, you see problems. For life. Once you go to law school, oh my God, that could fall, that could break, this is gonna hit me. It's non-stop.
Yeah. My dad's a personal injury attorney. So.
So you know.
Oh, we were raised. I don't know why you would ever
He must
tell
have
a
been-
6-year-old this, but if we ever get in a car accident, it's neck and back prompts. Got it? Like that's what we were trained.
Wow.
As a child.
Wow.
Consistently, you grab your neck, you grab your back. That's it.
You see someone drop a bottle of oil in the grocery store and you sprint towards it. God.
I see if I'm crossing the street, I'm like, if I'm gonna get hit by a car, it's gonna be a Mercedes.
100%.
Ryan Hamilton got hit by a bus.
He did get hit by
And
a bus.
in his joke, he's on stage. He goes, "After I got hit, I got up, and people look so surprised. And he's like, you got up, you idiot! You idiot! The battery hit you. Lay down. What's wrong with you?"
Poor thing. He was in shock.
He's a good person. He's
Yeah.
he's checking on the passengers as his eyes hanging out.
No, I think a lot of us had that feeling when Chris Rock got slapped. Was it,
Sure.
If Will Smith slapped me, I would just collapse. I'd be like, no, he broke my jaw. That's it. I'm set for
100%.
life,
Get
right?
his money.
I
Get
would've-
his kids'
I would
money.
have paid Sherrod to hit me right in the eye. Like, you shut up later. Shut up later. That's how those things work. I would have found a Russian.
Oh, that's
I would have
hilarious.
found a Russian doctor to be like, "Yes, you do. Look at that."
Banging your head off of doorknobs. What's wrong with you?
A Russian doctor might be like, you want me to take eye out?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's make it really intense.
So then,
There's an injury you can recover. Your dad would be so proud.
Life. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because then you don't. Because now we've lost income forever. This is all lost stuff.
really?
Yeah. They
don't-
measure every body
I'm
part.
guileless. You
Every
know?
body part has a price.
Yeah,
Has a price.
it
Yeah.
does.
Like
What's most
if you're
expensive?
a pianist and you
Vagina.
lose a finger, that's much different.
That's insane. That's insane. Not where we come from. What's expensive? I'm curious.
Like
now
if
I'm
you're
curious.
a pianist and you lose a finger, then
Sure.
that's like it's all related to.
Yeah.
But like he's an artist, he's a stage performer.
He is.
Nothing on his face could, you know what I mean? In that scenario that we just discussed, like his eye having a bruise on the face, that's a high value
Of
injury.
course, I
I feel
love you
so
for
bad
knowing
saying
this.
that.
Potentially.
No,
It's all about potential.
Spread the word. Because, there has to be some kind of deterrent for people's bad behavior.
Oh.
If Will Smith were to have gone into this thinking, oh, this could cost me, $40 million if I fuck up Chris Rock's face, perhaps he would have stayed his hand. No?
Wild thing to do. I mean, it's just to.
We've never talked about it on the show, so this is just a deep
I just
You
think it's a
have
wild thing for
No,
everyone.
it just never came up. It's never come up.
Oh yeah.
I like your angle though. Like he should have sued. I'm like,
He
yes,
should have.
I would have collapsed. That was my first reaction. That's how bad my mind is, and that's how corrupt this brain has become.
Let me
I
tell
was
you.
like, Chris, don't get up. Don't get back down.
I have absolute respect for that because for me, I was like, I would have become a tyrant and been like, nothing happens until he's removed. Do you know what I mean? I would have become
Yes, the diva.
that. I would have diva,
Yes.
but you would have gotten money.
I
And let me
would
tell you
have-
something. Your way is the way. 100%. Are you kidding?
I just don't think. What else can you do at this point? He's already slapped.
Yeah.
What else can you really possibly do?
Just a wild thing.
Yeah.
Oh well, Mehran, you don't get to hit me.
Well, I would never. I am a pacifist. I am easy to work with.
So 4 years in comedy, law degree. How long married?
24 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
24 years.
But I'm in New York, so
Did-
it's like in finance they say marriage is a liquid market.
I don't know what any of that means.
It means, things change. Listen, I told my husband, if I get famous, I gotta do what all the other Hollywood
You have to marry up.
we have to upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever
Who are
heard-
looking to marry? I feel like you're.
No, and your husband he's not a small fish, isn't he? Like a venture capital, am I wrong?
Yeah. Okay, yes, but I might be the next whatever.
You absolutely,
You know what I mean?
if I were betting right now, my money would be on you.
Thank you, right?
What, she was just like in photos with like Hillary Clinton and shit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
people are chasing you, politicians want to be near you.
And there's such good people and judges of character.
Listen, honey, let me tell you something.
No,
I think you're amazing. I think you're whatever. I don't know what you want out of this business, and I do like to ask this question. So the comedy gods open up the treasure chest. They go, you can have whatever you want. Is it a film? Is it a game show? Is it a talk show? Are you a writer? What do you want?
So I am a writer, and I'm very proud of my writing. It's actually something I'm proud of. It's how I write my jokes.
I love you.
Like I like high quality. I'm almost a snob about it.
Good.
I feel bad saying it.
Why?
Like, that's why I'm clean. I challenged myself from the outset. I was like, I don't want to lean on all the crutches. For me, that if I'm gonna do this, I want to do it at the very best level that I can. But I'm loving making TikToks. What to do?
But it doesn't look arduous. The way you do it doesn't
Well,
look
I don't
painful. It looks
overthink
like
it.
fun.
No,
Yeah.
I don't overthink it. There are a lot of people the real content creators, they have an Excel spreadsheet and they're Monday at 10. I'm like,
Are
whatever.
you listening?
What?
There's a.
Oh, I know.
But I don't do that. But I don't. I'm like today I'm making tea and I'm gonna just shoot it and it goes out into the world and it is what it is.
You have an army of kids helping you though.
Well, of course, because
Yeah, of course.
Well, they know what they're doing.
Hashtag believe in child labor.
Let me tell you.
That's the one clip they're gonna let play.
If my legs worked, I would stand up right now.
Yeah, that's gonna play in China. No
Thank
problem.
you to celebrate that.
Honestly.
You know when Trump was complaining, oh, the Chinese are watching. I'm like, please take my clips. Could you imagine?
100%.
Could you imagine?
Right? A billion people being into you? It's
What am I hiding?
100%. 100%. Do you see? This is what I like to hear. This is it.
I mean, I don't know what people are
Excited.
so worried about. What am I hiding from them?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it was propaganda. And then I woke up one day and India said, we have banned TikTok because Mr. Trump says. It's like, what?
It's crazy. I mean, like, matriarchal cultures love a fascism.
Like what we do in media. I mean, that's true. Like,
That is true, but
in
they-
media, you don't make fun of the Chinese president.
That's
at all,
right.
Because
But they can control it. I mean, I think we've lost that war pretty much. I mean, they're controlling it even through all these other channels.
sure, they're
Yeah.
nice.
So,
What do you? I'm curious to what you mean by like they already control it.
what they have exactly? They have so much money that they buy it. I mean,
Oh, sure.
they don't even have to.
There's
do
such a
so.
big market that they tell you.
They don't
Didn't
have.
they buy Reddit?
They also they don't have to be so covert about it. Like
Yeah.
I don't think like it's such a grand. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but didn't feel like there was this grand strategy. They want to control it. They have to
They are certainly, you know, it's what it is. But I mean, they're not exactly. You can't say gang in China either.
I mean, everywhere has its own like restrictions on what is and isn't culturally acceptable to be said. You
Yeah.
know?
Is that true? You can't say it.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly
They're
not
not
like
really friendly to the Asian Muslims. I forget what they're called.
right, and which is sad because when some Asians are gay, they are so gay, and I love it so much. Do you know what I mean? It's my favorite.
But back home, they're not free to say.
Of course
That's
they're
their
not.
culture.
I'm on a list to be executed. I'm already in trouble.
I mean, this is. I mean, he makes fun of it, but it's actually such a deep.
I'm not.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but you know what? Like you're saying it in a manner of like, as a matter of fact, it's actually a very deep wound. I know because I live in terror. I live in terror now.
Oh, do people come at you?
Now let's talk about
Well,
it.
online, there's
Yes.
all kinds of trolls, right? So you kind of learn to disregard. You're like, oh, they troll Kim Kardashian and she's fine,
Yeah.
right? But then when the local Indian audience and the Indian culture police and the local politicians start noticing your work and like, oh, she mentioned a Hindu god. She mentioned the word Hindu. Why is she wearing a bindi? Why is she wearing? She doesn't represent us. She's American now. Why is she talking about? Come on, your mother-in-law is not something you do at all.
Sure.
Not like that.
Right. The baseline is supposed to be like reverent respect.
Respect.
Yeah.
I could imagine the things that are said to you online are probably more
Yeah.
frightening than.
And I haven't gone back since, and I'm too scared. I'm being honest.
Because it's just you can't control those
Well,
variables.
they have thrown comedians in jail.
Sweet Christmas.
Yeah, so there's a comic who was in jail just last year because the rumor was Manal Khuraki, I think that's how he's Muslim Indian. So the rumor was that he had a joke about the gods. The set hadn't even started yet. The show hadn't started. So here's what's crazy. They threw him in jail because it was rumored he was going to make fun of Hindu gods. That had never happened, but the rumor was out there. But in addition to him, they threw all the other comics who were in the lineup in jail.
Sweet Christmas.
So everybody ended up out.
What?
Oh yeah.
The headliner might say something, so they arrested all the comedians?
I don't even think he was the headliner. It's just so there's no logic. That's the point. There's no reasoning, as you know, with these people back home. It's not like what's happening in Iran. It used to be, oh, the law is don't betray your husband or something big like that. Now it's like, oh, we saw too much of her hair.
Yeah. Of course.
That's the crime. That's the crime. That's the whole crime, is that we saw too much of our hair.
Literally, my mother and I were in Iran in 1986, and we were flying from Tehran to Tabriz. And my mother just had like some like sexy bangs hanging out of her chador, and this like big butch lady came over and was just like muttering at her, and she had no idea what it was. And finally, she asked for our tickets. She disappeared with the tickets and then never came back. Our like plane was boarding, and my mother had to like go to war for us to get on the plane. I mean, it's just the controls. They are cultures that love control. You know.
Ryan, are you happy you're here?
Yeah, I'm thrilled. In fact, I'd love for both of you to talk about this more on stage. I mean, like the consensus that you usually hear at comedy clubs is like, this country stinks.
But
I don't. Right. I mean, if you watch Weiss, it's actually a central tenet of my comedy and my company. Zarna Garg Comedy is also a company.
I love it.
That
I think we're working for her now.
Yeah, it's already
She
happened.
bought the podcast.
It's already happened.
I'm not.
No, she has like DNA
I
samples
know,
which we've signed. We've basically signed. We've been cloned and signed.
But it's central. Every set of mine ends with my audience in America feeling good.
Yeah,
It
of
has
course.
to. The way it's designed. Because I have no interest in bashing America or Americans because this is where I chose to make my life. I chose it. No one. I fought it to come here.
Yeah.
Forget choosing. I fought tooth and nail to get in here to build this life. So I'm beyond grateful to be here. And part of why I became a comedian was to remind the American audience of how great they are. Because of precisely what you said. Like there was so much self-hating going on. We're the worst. We don't know Europe. Oh, okay. You know what? I lived in Europe for a year. The amount of racism, it's not even like it's out there.
Yeah, it's buck wild. It's
They can
sanctioned.
be so mean. It's not even like they have clubs today in 2022 that don't allow brown people.
Where?
Yeah, all over. There are clubs. I'm telling you, Switzerland, Sweden, all these countries they pretend to have opinions about America. Go see. They don't even allow citizenship.
Yeah, I knew about the citizenship. I knew, like, I love when people always point to those countries. They're like, well, that country's better. I'm like, they're not letting you in.
No,
They're not letting you in.
Thank you. So we don't want to talk. You know what I mean? So, and I know, like, an American person cannot say, well, if we're so bad, leave, because that's not cool. We don't do that. But as an outsider, I can remind people of how great they are, which is why I'm here.
I love that.
So that's
No, I mean,
I'm
and
aware.
it's also.
I mean, the people that are trying to get into this country, especially at the southern border, there's a reason. It's not because they think we're terrible people. They're like, I think things are better over there, and we should go over there.
I mean, there is some degree of reality around that.
We could be better. I don't think we're perfect, but I do think given the option, I don't know, where else can you get opportunity? I have no idea.
I mean, I don't know.
Am I going to switch
This
to
country
Cuba
is
and
mighty
suddenly
young.
stand up?
This country is young, and I'm not.
How would it have been back home? Like, I know that
Yeah.
I would have never had an opportunity to be a writer or a comedian back home, even aside from the sexism and all that, because you have to know people who know people who know people to even get in the door. Like, I knew nobody when I walked in. Nobody. Literally zero. I didn't know who Esty was.
That's very real.
I thought, oh my god, this
Same.
nice lady. I went and gave her a hug.
I did the same thing. I did the exact same thing. I swear to God, I did the
I was
exact
like,
same thing.
thank God there's a nice lady in here.
Yeah, I kissed her on both cheeks the first time I met her. And like literally everyone in the room was looking at me like I had lost my mind. Like, do you even know who you just kissed on the cheek? Someone we don't kiss on the cheek. You know what I mean? She's an impressive person.
But I found out after the kiss, right?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
100%.
But this would never happen back home, even aside from the racism and all that, like sexism and all that, because it's like the opportunities are set for the people who know and are connected.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Sure.
It's like the systems are in place to benefit those who already are on
The
top.
gig is rigged.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I don't think that. I think we're a little bit better. I don't think we're perfect by any means.
but I think Zarna's approach. I think your approach to really like just to maintain focus on the positive. It is to some degree a function of our job as entertainers is to send them out feeling better than when they came in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
and with a commitment like that, that's sort of like built into the mission of you as an entertainer and as in your company, that's just smart. That's just plain old smart. She said it's a company.
You know, that's what I'm laughing at.
I know.
Because every comedian I know, I'm like, she's so much more organized and like moving so much like. You know, the majority of comedians are like, I've been funny for so long and no one's found me.
So let me say this:
No one's-
I was so prepared to not like you
Why?
when you appeared because.
Because you're a woman.
Well, yeah, it's because you're a woman. It's because you're a woman. Because literally everything in my life is women. It's all about women. But it's that when somebody moves up very quickly, and they are playing like there is an angle to them. I don't know if they're playing that angle or if they actually are and represent that angle, right? Like a trope would be like the slut comic who actually isn't a slut. Do you know what I mean? It's a thing,
Right.
So I didn't know
Right.
who I was getting, but then you are incredibly, like, it's entirely authentic. It is entirely genuine.
You can't fake it. You know how it is. The audience can sniff it from, and you think live audience can, believe it or not, the TikTokers can sniff it from like miles away.
Real.
If it's not real, it's not gonna sell. So many people think I'm putting on an accent. I was like,
What?
Yeah. I'm like, are you?
That's a lot of work.
I try to like tone my accent down so that people understand what I'm saying. Because when I make clips, it's always subtitled. Because I'm nervous, people don't understand.
Are you the love?
But in real life, I know that mostly people seem to get what I'm saying. But it's not put on. Why would I do that?
No. No. She wants it because, again, you're smart about reach.
But I have a company, and I'll tell you why.
Plug
Because
the company.
I started so late. No, it's the whole. This is a one-person comedy business. This is Zarna Garg comedy business. I have a Zoom business. I have a corporate business. I do this. I do that. Like because I started so late, and I have 3 kids and a
How'd you
mortgage.
meet your husband?
Oh my God.
Did you really meet him online?
Yeah, 24 years ago. No, absolutely.
In America.
24 years
New
ago?
York?
Online?
Did you meet him in New York City?
He was working in Switzerland. I was finishing law school in Cleveland. We met at JFK.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay. So, real quick.
Yes.
Because we'll get back to talking about life and love and work. If you want to, like, just to give yourself full access to your hands, then we can sort of pitch it towards you.
Okay.
Ooh. So, the show is called Cheat Day,
Yes.
right? And so, we want to feed, right?
Oh.
That is something that we do.
This already became my favorite podcast.
We love this. We love it so much.
This is my favorite podcast ever.
Food, you like food. You're
Yes.
not. We've had people on the show who are like food averse.
What?
I'm telling you.
No.
Oh yeah.
Comics?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Who like food just isn't a factor for them. I know.
That sounds like something a therapist told them to repeat over and over.
Wow.
That does not
Wow.
sound
Yeah, I think they're
like a
just.
factor for everybody.
You know,
Come on.
it's like anhedonia. Like some people don't like sex. There are just some people who don't care for it. You know what I mean?
I understand that, and one day I'll have sex and I'll have an opinion. But the food thing I don't get.
Food. Some people do not. They just don't food. But in your case,
What do
right?
we cover on food?
Well, we're just talking to her. I'm
like
opening the
chef, you know?
broad. So this is where I want to get.
Are you
into stuff.
teasing it out?
Yeah, no. I mean, like I went big picture with food in general, right? So we like food. I like food.
Love.
Right?
Love.
I was 320 pounds. That is.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't believe it. I honestly don't believe it.
Yeah.
I know, but that's a whole another podcast waiting to happen. By the way, Zarna Garg Comedy has discovered that how to lose weight is the #1 search term
Wow.
in the world right now.
Wow.
So
That is a good tip.
that's
Yeah.
a podcast.
Yeah, calories in, calories out.
Well, yeah, there's all that, but it's consistency. So it's not the losing
True.
weight, it's the keeping it off. Because being fat has a relapse rate of 95%.
It's so
Yes.
true.
Yes.
It's so true.
So not everybody can have the weightlifting trainer that.
I came into it late, and it happened when I cut my alcohol budget.
It all comes down to money.
It really, I mean, really, it is money. Now, so
Marry well and get fat again.
you better do it, hooker, right? Except I'm married well, and I'm using it to lose weight.
Can
So,
someone hook me up with Whitney Cummings? I think it'd be good.
are you? Would you? Maybe. That's what he said. We can't.
No? Oh, shade.
What?
I feel like he's.
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm not being shady.
Yeah.
By all means,
Whitney's fantastic.
she's totally lovely and she's totally funny. That's great. No, this is madness. There's no shade towards Whitney Cummings. I fucking love her. I do. But food. Vegetarian? That's what I'm hearing from you.
Yeah.
Vegetarian.
Yeah.
And that's cultural?
I don't believe in the whole vegetarianism of it, but I never grew up eating meat, so it's really hard to start now.
Wow.
I didn't, but my kids eat everything. They're born and raised here. They eat everything. I cook everything for them. I can make a steak. I can kill a lobster. I can make lobster tail, shrimp, everything.
I love you.
I just don't eat it.
Chef Raph coming up.
Okay.
Your special cheat day
So,
meal.
and is it, in general, are you a disciplined person, or do you, since it's vegetarian, you think
With food,
Yeah.
the worst. Oh
No.
my god, it is so hard being a good parent because you gotta tell your kids to eat broccoli while you're eating Doritos.
Wait, so we don't eat meat, but Doritos.
Are you mad?
Dorito, come on.
What is going on?
Oh my goodness.
My mouth is literally, I'm gushing.
It's,
This-
oh my god. Somebody take your clothes off.
This
What has happened? What has happened? We're being sauced. We're being sauced on the news.
Oh my god.
Not at the table.
No other podcast in the world compares
Has
to
done,
this.
we don't, yeah.
I'm sorry.
We love you. We love you and we
Joe
love to do
Rogan,
this.
he said no. Sorry.
Ha ha. Have you done Rogan?
No.
Not yet, but when you do, and he gives you a cigar and whiskey, be like,
No, I do drink and smoke.
yes, but I'm
Good for
saying
you.
it's not this.
It's not this.
Ivermectin?
I'm sorry?
He said, what about ivermectin?
What is that?
The horse dewormer that he was telling people is okay to treat COVID? Dear
I-
Jesus. People are
The
ridiculous.
people are ridiculous and he seems ridiculous.
So I'm gonna pass the mic to our
To Raph.
Raph.
Oh, what are you talking about? Not truffle.
Oh
Not
my
truffle.
God.
Not truffle.
No, wait, I gotta you gotta capture this is like,
Oh, yeah?
you know what I mean?
That's Truffle.
Oh, do you see how she's smart? Do you see that she's like, I'm not wasting this?
This is a TikTok moment.
Yes,
Okay,
this
this
is.
is a podcast of all podcasts.
Hi.
Beats podcast because it comes with
show.
truffle. It
Truffle.
comes with truffle.
It does come with
On your
truffle.
own.
Oh, thank you, Raph.
Oh my god.
I would
this
never
is
forget
tasty.
about you.
I wouldn't let you. Are you crazy? This
My
is
audience
fresh
is gonna
truffle.
go-
Did Esty get one?
Yes, that's
Okay, good.
I see. Do Truffle Esty too.
We're going there.
Is it amazing? I can't wait. I literally can't
Gotta take care
wait.
of Esty. That's the.
Did we truffle her?
Save a little bit.
Oh, go ahead.
Definitely truffle this.
Okay, there you go.
100%.
There you go.
So I'm here.
Yep.
I have
Okay, so what? Zarna, you said that your cheat day was what? Because Raph here, we give him a prompt and then he goes from there.
pasta.
You said
With
pasta.
vegetables
Pasta with vegetables.
Do you need the candy spot
sauce
or
and
can
like, you know, like make
you need
it
headphones?
tasty.
Do you want like I just want to close to it? So, is it like are you a red sauce person? No.
Any sauce.
Any sauce, same way.
Oh,
Same way.
pasta with vegetables. I mean, just
Yeah. So
does he not look like he knows what he's doing?
He's incredibly good at this.
You know what?
He's our guy.
Why am I gonna tell him what to do? Just do it.
Oh my god. Okay, so what did you make?
yeah, so I was given pasta, veggies.
Yeah.
It is truffle season is starting, so I thought, why not? Why not give you guys a little bit of love?
So lovely.
Why not?
Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Absolutely. So we have a lasagna.
Yeah.
There's white truffle, black truffle, bunch of varieties, mushrooms, porcini, chanterelles, oysters, and then yeah, we have like a truffle mushroom cream
Unbelievable.
that's around it. There's a hazelnut salsa verde just to cut through all the
Oh.
rich
What?
ingredients.
What is Truffle season?
So there's a summer truffle season that's
Do we just get into it?
yeah, please do. So
But
yeah.
would you like?
Oh, he doesn't.
Would you like a bite?
Yeah, I feel so
No.
bad.
He made it.
Yeah, but he's just to watch the three. You can have a hot dog. Don't eat hot
He
dog.
eats like Elio's pizza.
That's
No, Zarna, you have to eat it. He made it special for you.
Oh, that's really. Oh my God.
God, I cannot.
Oh no, this is absurd.
But yeah, so you know it's a little rich.
Is
so
this cheat enough for you?
Oh my god.
Mehran, all that work he had today, gone.
Gone.
Just gone.
Do you even care? You know.
No. Oh no.
Are you kidding?
But that's the whole point. Is that if it's going to be gone,
Mm-hmm.
right? If I'm going, I want it to. I want to double down on the best thing I'm going to eat
Exactly.
all
It is the cheat day show.
freaking year. I mean, I'm waiting for Zarna to take a bite because I literally.
Oh my god, I'm dying. I mean, we still have to work tonight. Oh my.
I had so many questions because I'm non-vegetarian, so I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but this is amazing. So tell me, just give the. Did you go over the whole thing? What this one is?
Yeah, I mean it's really just like a very nice winter dish.
Yes, it is.
I did not bring wine because I didn't really want it to, like take away from the flavor of the truffle.
No.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I could have made a call. I guess I just I was a little bit busy this morning, and I just made the pasta by hand early today, and then it took like about 30 minutes to cook, and then I just put it in the salamander with some Parmesan, made it a little crispy.
It's a good country. It's a good
Not a
country.
bad place to live.
White man cooking for me.
White man cooking for you. You made it.
Do you understand? Did you see why I
You
told
have
you?
no idea what this costs. So expensive.
It's
No,
not cheap.
I mean, listen, I believe it, and I'm just so honored, and I don't know how any podcast
Oh, we
could
love
ever
you.
measure up to this.
Well, do you know what it is, Zarna? It's that we work in the trenches together. This is like we do this job, and there's a lot of laughter, there's a lot of applause, but it's also like late nights and weird rooms and weird audiences sometimes.
Have you done the road? Are you
Yeah.
You go so when you go on the road.
Yeah.
So not the comedy cellar, it's the best place on earth. But
Best place on earth.
when you go on the road, a lot of these clubs they'll be like, just order the mozzarella sticks. That's what the comedians get. Mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
Don't look at the main. They're not for you.
Oh,
That's pretty brutal.
and sometimes I forget to order anything because like I'm trying to figure out the show and whatever, and then at 11:30 or 12, everything is closed. Everything, including the kitchen of the club where I'm working.
Always. Always.
Just
Yeah.
like a fast food and bed option.
Taco Bell if I'm lucky.
Oh, but
It's
you
like
can't.
the
Yeah,
one
but
fast food I don't like, honestly.
Is Taco Bell? Why not? I mean, I imagine.
I mean, I
There's
live
going to-
it's
people are
like on the
gonna-
corner of where I live, so I just have wholly traumatic experiences with it.
Okay.
So I just can't do it. It's like,
what's going on with the Taco Bell?
Well, it's like, could you imagine going to Taco Bell when you're capable of producing
Okay,
something like this? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm really enjoying serving fast foods, but Taco Bell is
What's your favorite fast food? Just so I know, like what are chef likes?
kind of embarrassing.
No, say it.
I
Say it.
really like Subway.
Oh my God! Can I
Is
just
this
tell
true?
you? No, can I tell you something? I was in Subway today for my kids' sandwich, whatever.
place.
But they just released a net 1 carb protein bread.
No.
1 carb, no sugar. 12. Why am I plugging Subway?
is it-
Zarna Garg
because I
comedy
think-
will
I think Zarna Garg now on Subway.
Subway, definitely go fuck yourself. Not plugging you. There's a 24-hour Subway that I used to go to.
I love Subway.
On the circle.
I do too. I'm not. I hate it. You know what I mean? I'm not
In
proud.
the morning, like it's a phenomenal.
I'm not especially proud of it, but like, you know what I mean?
If it's 5 a.m. and you're at Subway, you have made horrible decisions in your life.
Oh man.
But like, you're on the road or something.
Oh no, he's gonna make you play it afterwards. Liz, the GM, is coming over to. Yeah, no, we have more in the kitchen. He's gonna take care of you as soon
I
as.
just wasn't sure where
buckle
you
up.
were, so I didn't want to give you cold feet.
Seriously, Liz, for your audience here, it's unreal.
Holy
It's unreal.
Why are you not
Truffle.
I am because I'm like savoring every bite.
No, like really get into
can't
it.
not-
Like, do you want me to cut
This truffle is like more than what I could have paid in dowry 24 years ago.
Still eat it.
You would have shipped a whole woman with this one break of truffle.
I mean, is that buck wild? It's buck wild. It's buck wild,
That's dumb.
right? It's dumb. It's dumb.
If you're buying it through like a restaurant,
Oh my God.
This is unreal.
Well,
I know.
well, you just only have to own the restaurant first.
every day's trouble.
I'm gonna be Clean Play Club before anyone else, and I don't care.
That's the winter
It's-
shit in New York.
it's-
You just have to put truffles on it.
It's such a creamy, good lasagna with that strong truffle taste.
What? So is this gonna be on the menu here?
No, we import
I
him.
mean,
Oh, he just.
He's a Michelin star chef that we bring here. We brought him
it
here.
wouldn't be a quote. Like I'm not one to really save my recipes. Like if you want the recipe for this, more than
Could you imagine a table full of comedians being like, "Give me the truffle lasagna"?
Are you allowed to?
We would eat it all the time.
That's like kind of the thing, you know. It's like everyone is gonna make something different. Like it doesn't matter, how good you are at cooking. Like it's just like everyone
Can
is
I-
taught a different technique and everybody kind of does things differently. So.
Do you know what you did with this? I'm being real. Like, because, like, when we get off stage sometimes, you'll be like, I freaking crushed. You know you crushed. You know what I mean? It's a feeling. Do you know that you crushed with this? Do you know that,
I
like,
tasted it. That was pretty good.
dude, you tore the roof off this sucker. This is unbelievable.
Right? For
Unbelievable.
vegetarian, like, is it tough to be vegetarian if you're eating this?
Not even remotely.
What do you think, Ryan? Because you had questions.
I mean, I think with a little meat, it'd be great too.
Yes.
But that's it.
I sincerely wouldn't add.
Toss like some shoulders in there.
But
That's just wild. Oh, come on.
it's funny because what did you send me? What did you request?
I requested pasta with vegetables, like a pasta primavera. I didn't want to complicate things.
He did though. He
Oh,
said,
no.
"Nah, I gotta jazz it up."
I wanted to keep it easy.
No, this is easy. Honestly.
You know this isn't easy.
For him, it's easy for him.
I guess
Like,
for him.
that's when you're like starting up here.
Uh-huh.
We're just talking about like a nice morning, basically run the jewels by myself. making some pasta.
So there's
You made the pasta?
He
Come
made
on.
the pasta.
Come on.
But it's simple. You
Are
just
you
eat it one
single?
time.
Are you single?
Daughter.
Not for long.
But so many. Could you imagine a guy who could just whip this up?
Well, it's
Oh no. Oh no.
Do you know how many women? Oh, my God.
Absolutely. Men.
Oh, that's
and my
fine.
hours were weird.
No, that's I feel like
It's not
immigrant
good.
women are okay with that,
They're
but like
fine.
not.
I usually skew that way as well. Yeah, but it's like I'm working until sometimes 2, 3, 4 in the morning. It's just
Will
not
you
right.
cook for the person before you leave the house to go to work?
Depending on who it is.
Okay. See, there you.
What do you mean depending on who it
Yeah,
is?
I
If
mean,
you
yeah.
marry them, just keep,
Definitely if I'm married to them.
Yes.
But it just depends on.
Because I have a matchmaking portion of my
No, you
company.
don't.
No,
What's
you
it
don't.
called? Oh, I'm single. What's it called?
Really happens.
I want a rich lady. What are you waiting on?
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on, I'm my finance lady, attorney lady. What do
It's
you got?
all part of Zarna Garg comedy. It's like, I don't talk about it much. Because, in America, if you say you're a matchmaker, then like people get turned off.
Yeah.
But like it works for a lot of people.
It's
So
also super, super expensive.
Have you actually done it
I know
successfully?
where you're going with this.
I love you.
What do you charge? Because I know some of them are very expensive.
well, I mean, nothing here comes cheap. Look
Yes,
what I eat.
yes,
Look what
ma'am.
I eat.
Yes,
Look what
ma'am.
I eat.
Look at that.
Yes,
Imagine
ma'am.
the supper, nothing comes cheap. Uh-oh.
Truffle is on Fridays at 4 p.m.
Yes, this is my
What a great
absolute
Friday
snack.
meal. What a great
What
Friday
a
meal.
meal. This is too
So
much.
what's the charge? I mean, so my experience is like you pay a certain amount of money and you get like 3 matches. Is that what
Right.
you're doing also?
So I now don't do it unless it's like a friend or so because I don't have the time. Honestly, I don't have the time. But if I like the people involved, there's no money. I just do it. It's no longer my business. It used to be. I used to be a matchmaker, very covertly.
Oh my God.
Really?
But I stopped it because the comedy thing and it's growing and all.
Do you know what it is? You're gonna send Raph on a date.
I can do it. I can listen.
I feel like
a
that's-
guy who can cook like this, yeah.
No, I mean, and it really is like a singular skill.
I mean,
Not everyone can run around and do this.
no, but this is also an indication of a lot of things.
Mm,
It's
talk about
detail
it. Talk about
orientation.
it.
It's understanding food.
Yes.
It's appreciating what the other person.
It's
It's a
sensual.
lot of little things.
I'm so fascinated by this. So let's say I wanted to be one of your studs.
Right.
Oh my God, Ryan!
What do you call them? What do
Ryan!
you call them?
Ryan,
No. I mean, like you have a let's say like, so what would
I
that say?
say that for sure, Mehran and I thought about the same thing.
So
Yeah.
if you have
Yeah.
a corp-
Yeah.
let's say your client. I don't know who your clients are. Are they men and women?
Oh, he's
Okay,
told
so
me.
if you have clients that are women, that means you have to find them suitable male matches. Now,
Right.
I would like to be considered as a male match for your female clients. What questions would you ask me?
I see. That's the thing. Asking like that never gets you to the right answer.
Ha
Just got cut. That was
Suck it,
quick.
Ryan.
That was quick. That was quick.
I already know. That's why when you know something about the person, lot easier to be like,
Okay.
I get that. Because if you
I
ask
said,
everybody,
okay,
if somebody asked me, then I would be like, yeah, I love doing charity. I'm not really, not in it for the money, for the yeah. Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to figure out though, like as someone who has that intuition, like what you're looking for. If you don't have the questions, like
Yeah.
when you say,
It's like, listen, the number one thing for the guys is just that the person actually wants to be in a relationship.
okay.
Because the biggest frustration
Right.
that men and women are expressing that they're with partners who actually don't want to be in a relationship. Or 2 days into it,
That's definitely the one to be in this.
sit there.
Zarna, I'm a total jerk, and I don't ever want to be someone's friend, and I want to be your friend. I just think your head is on so straight. It
Well-
really is. Damn it.
I have 3 kids that are all American. They remind me. If I say anything, they're like, Mom, I hate people. My own daughter is like, I hate all people. What?
Who's gorgeous, by the way.
When was that an option? But apparently it is in America.
What, hating people?
Yeah, it is.
Dude, like it's.
People are too much work. She says it all the time.
She's
I'm like,
well, she's not wrong.
People are work.
I think people
we
have
live in
families.
this world with people.
Yeah, right. You have to negotiate them. They are a necessary evil.
I think people have families so they can avoid other people. I feel like that's their people.
Truth.
Is that true?
True.
That's right.
Definitely.
There's
You know, because
I feel like I need people to run away from my family sometimes. No?
I spend all of my time with my brother usually.
Really? That is so sweet.
Do you see this? Oh my god.
Business partners.
Oh my god.
Are you in
See,
love with him?
I-
Do you?
I-
How many?
Tough thing.
Do you when you do matchmaking, is it intercultural or do you try to
Intercultural.
everyone?
Because what do I care?
Yeah.
Two good people. What do I care?
Yeah.
You know.
Listen.
It's also.
And I know a lot of dumb Indians. I don't want to match them.
Seriously?
Like they're so dumb.
No one has a monopoly on smart and good.
There's a lot of dumb
That's what I'm
people
saying.
as well.
No, but what I'm saying is, he asked me, is it just a cultural thing to match? I'm like, no, it's a good person who's smart, is it? What do I care what culture? We're all in it together.
True that.
I mean, I know, but I mean, I've certainly had Indian friends that have told me that their parents would not be thrilled to date one with a white guy.
That is true, but that's them. I'm telling you,
That's
I tell my kids, I'm like, you don't have to date somebody Indian or not Indian or whatever. The person needs to be smart. Please don't date a dumb.
I love you!
Because, like, I think dumb is harder to live with than like somebody who's not your culture. Not your culture is exciting. Like, we'll discover together.
Yes.
But like somebody who's completely dumb about everyday things or is not hardworking. I mean, like my house, we all work at all times. Christmas, New Year, Thanksgiving, where am I? I'm at the cellar doing every
Right.
show that ST is like willing to.
Absolutely.
I'd say majority of my relationships have ended because I'm committed to work.
But
Same, yeah.
I take Fridays and Saturdays nights off now to be with my husband.
she's going soft. She's going soft.
Well, huh?
I like her. Look at that. She just
What do you mean?
soft.
How is that so?
Going soft.
Work on a Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, listen, first, I'm not.
You can give him
You're
Tuesday
in
night.
a comfortable place, though, if I'm not mistaken.
What do you mean? With him
He's got his
being an
husband.
earner?
His husband's a very hard worker.
I'm saying you're not like working all the time.
I don't work for money.
Oh shit.
Oh.
That's all right. This is
Is that bad? Does that make me a bad person?
No.
It's all good.
I would love to be a comfortable person.
I was much more ambitious in the beginning when I approached this job. Now I just want it to feel good, and I want it to feel good for others. That for me is
more,
and it's a very luxurious approach to this job. It really is. It's a very luxurious approach to this job. But I don't.
It's a rarity, though.
Well, I don't know. I think it's perhaps because I feel I see myself as maybe being too fragile to like really get into the cutthroat.
You're at the 7.
But this to me is so family. Is it crazy?
I'm Team Zarna. I'm in.
Well, listen. I mean, obviously, I want to do it at the highest level, right? There's no question that I want it because I'm a snob and I'm an elitist, and that is who I am, right?
Right.
But I don't, and in terms of like camaraderie between us here, I feel like this. I really do feel like this is a family at the cellar.
I've definitely noticed that.
It is, without a doubt, but it's like, feels like the most elite comedy family,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So, I don't know, I feel a lot of pressure. Am I crazy? Because you go up after, like, Kevin Hart or...
Of course.
You don't want to be the weakest link on that lineup because
Never.
now all these people just went up before and after
I can't
you.
even imagine what that feels like.
Right, but that part isn't.
Doesn't phase you
No,
because you're
that
ready
part.
for it.
That part, yeah, that part doesn't phase me, and it is because I'm ready for it. But it's the then like chasing the next thing.
Right.
I'm awful at it, and I don't know. I'm too fragile. It would make me crazy.
Also, you don't have kids. I'll tell you that. I have so many bills. Like sometimes people are like, "Oh, you're a pioneer," and they say to me, "I'm like, I didn't want to be. I never." It's like that's a scary word for the world we come from.
Yeah.
Pioneer is a lamb being led to slaughter. Like you're. I tell people.
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Pioneer is a lamb being led to slaughter.
You know, I mean,
Sure.
that's a bad word.
Think
but
about the American pioneers. Like 18% of them made it.
And I joke, I'm like, Martin Luther King had a dream, I just have bills.
Ha ha ha
You know, right? But you don't, do you have kids?
No.
ha! Not yet.
Not that I know. Definitely not.
Not that I know, but that's an honest answer.
Isn't that sweet?
I mean, listen, if I found out that I had a child tomorrow, like, I would not be thrilled, but
Would you work harder to put food on the
I
table?
work pretty hard.
How much more will he work? He's already
Works
going
very,
to
very
2 in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would just, I'd have to sleep less, you know?
Yeah.
I'd have to treat the child with, I'd have to make himself or her running.
Not a her, come on now, not for a girl.
Why not?
Relax already, come
Why
on.
not?
Why?
Because she's a girl.
I love you. I love
I would let my daughter buy Truffle if she was at a
you. Your son? Would you like?
I would make him. I would be like, you need that. Your
Yeah.
daughter,
Fair
whatever,
enough,
eat a banana.
I mean, like, and her daughter is like your daughter is like she's a diamond.
I've learned a lot about myself in the last 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, what'd you learn?
Just need a few proud of daughter and a few bananas. I guess.
See,
Spend a lot of money.
did I not just alleviate some stress? If you end up with a daughter or two, you're like, I don't need to worry about it. Throw an apple at them.
They thrive on neglect. Yeah.
I'll be concerned.
But see,
Yeah, I feel
I
like-
help people reduce the stress.
I feel like guys are suckers for their daughters, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a female dog before I have a female daughter. Then we'll figure it out a little.
Dogs are, oh my god, they're so much work.
Kids.
Yeah, I imagine
Not gonna
more.
know either, so-
You don't have to, walk your child around the block so they can go to the toilet.
You're not old. Get outside. You definitely can walk your child as far as I know.
Yeah.
Down the hall, it's nothing.
Don't you need to take your child outside? I don't have experience in this. But
No,
I've seen
honestly,
people-
they're vitamins. You give them
Until they're
vitamins.
about 2 at least.
Do you have animals?
Then you let them go. No. Where am I gonna put? I live in New York. 25 years I've
Where
lived
do you live?
here on the Upper East Side.
Where?
85th and Lexington.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like
That's
it's
nice.
Nice.
Columbus.
She's doing great. She's doing great. We know you're
Uptown
doing
is
Right,
nice.
it's
Uptown
about
is
the
nice.
schools. It's about the school. We have the kids,
100%.
the school, the district, the la la la.
private or public.
Public. All three.
Yeah.
I'm a very proud public school parent. My daughter is a graduate. Yeah.
Great.
We were in private school system many years. I hated it. It was like
They're just like 90% assholes, right?
not 100. Yeah.
100.
So that's what I
100.
believe.
Doesn't that imply you're an asshole?
I was.
No.
I left. I was.
Wow.
I cannot become this.
I got
It's
it.
true. I had a moment. I'm like, I am becoming this. What is wrong with me? No.
Right.
So I took them all out, and my daughter, like, graduated Bronx Science, very proud. Bronx Science is in
Yeah,
the Bronx, and it's like.
She tested into that school.
Yeah,
God bless her.
and she, like, so food, since you're talking about food, she's a cook. She, of course, is so.
She has to be worth something. She has to do something.
Apparently, you haven't met my sisters.
They're not cooking.
No. No. One not very good, and the other just.
They can shake the cocktail. What?
Important skill as well.
Absolutely. It's a type of chefery. Is that what it is? Chefery? Is that
I
called?
certainly love to make cocktails. It's a great trade to have.
He normally he brings a drink
Yeah.
and whatnot, but it's true. I
I've
wouldn't.
made a cocktail, I'm sure.
But I mean,
I'm gonna do that.
in New
Okay,
York,
right.
it's very hard to find someone that can cook, male or female.
Oh.
That's it.
Oh, well, yeah. A lot of us don't have kitchens.
No
Those are the
one.
only people I know.
Or people use their kitchens as a storage space.
100%.
Right?
100%. No, it's like the people have like folded up jeans in their ovens.
Yeah.
There's been like multi-million-dollar apartments that I've done stairs at, and the kitchen is horrible.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Utterly
how is
non-functional.
that not a priority?
Yeah.
It's a thing. I mean, I have friends who have pristine, gorgeous chef's kitchens,
Right.
but they never use anything because they don't want to dirty it. So if you want a cup of coffee in one of those homes, they send the housekeeper down to buy the coffee. Even though they have like the melee, whatever, the machine
Right.
sitting right there, they never use it. It's never.
Oh,
been
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, we've just been, like, apartment hunting, and the kitchens are all
Nobody
afterthoughts.
cares.
They're entirely afterthoughts, yeah.
I mean, they're all like, they're not gas.
Yeah.
It's just horrible. They don't have a microwave. I mean, use microwave.
I mean, some of them are incredibly chic. You know what I mean? But it's like, you're not, like, with no counter space. Like, it'll be like a panel wall.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And then, like, where do you do the prep? Where do you do it?
There's no prep. There's a bowl of lemons. What is
Always
with the
bowl of
stupid
citrus.
bowl of
Always bowl
lemons?
of
I
citrus.
know.
What is that? Like, you're just cycling through citrus? You're like,
I love having too many lemons.
No,
Is that
it's a look. It's a look. It's cheap.
It's not entirely for looks.
No
Yeah.
one's actually using the lemon. They don't know what to do with it.
every single time full of citrus. No question. I've never like put two or three.
It must be a real estate thing. Like bowl of lemons
Sure.
means
It's
it must
visual.
be a visual thing.
Yeah, it's freshness, zesty,
Exciting.
exciting. acid. No, we keep like a bowl of like avocados and lemons sometimes in the house, and like you just open up an avocado, and you squeeze a lemon, and you salt it.
I redid my kitchen, but I don't keep anything. No
Do you
lemons.
not?
No lemons. I call my apartment a production studio. That's what it's. It's a locker. I go in. I have a board with stuff I need to get done.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really it.
But you, because of your weight loss, probably have rules about the food and
He does. You know you do.
I mean, I try to keep my eating to the end of the night. If I'm going to cook for myself, I usually make steak. I don't just want to get too complicated with stuff. But,
A lot.
yeah, I eat a lot of meat.
Europe.
I eat a lot of meat. I try to stay away from carbs.
Like how it just there was like a switch in your brain that just like how did you go from being a heavy man to
Enormous. You can use your
For
words.
me, I did not have the life I wanted, and I wanted.
What, him being? Yeah.
I didn't have the life I wanted, so I wanted to change it.
320 pounds is insane.
Yeah, and you've had it off. You lopped it off for how long? You've kept it off for
20 years.
20.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that's significant. To keep it off for 20 years, you know, it's rough. There was a show, The Biggest Loser.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you remember that show where like they just like put these people on these like crash diets and like severe workout regimen? But they basically all, with like very, very few exceptions, they all did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's extreme.
It is extreme.
Oh my god. It's like all day on the track.
How long did it take you to lose the weight?
Oh, I did it very slowly, like 2 to 3 pounds a week over about a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
2 to 3 pounds a week is not slow.
That's like,
No, I think actually when you weigh 350 pounds, because I've weighed 336 was probably that, but it was in part because I was being fed a ton of insulin. But yeah, I was dying. But
interesting life.
when it's too much. It's too much life. It's too much
But
life.
the comedian's lifestyle is so
Comedians'
toxic.
lives are a mess.
It's
We're a
toxic.
mess. It's like, you know what I mean?
Come on.
Like we manage chaos. It's what we do. It's like, but when you weigh 300 and something pounds, like losing 1% of your weight is not especially
Right.
right. Do you know what I mean?
get that.
Yeah.
Look, there are some people that pull it off and, have big personalities, and I do not. So I was
Oh, come
I was like, I gotta
on.
do something here.
He's
This is
incredibly
not-
charming. I give him a world
But
of shit.
here's-
No, but he wanted to be.
Here's the thing, though. This is important to note, okay? When I was that weight, I promise you, no one cared if I talked. So I have
Right.
a development of so many years of no one talking to me. And then I lose the weight, and then immediately people are like, this guy's a jerk, he's not talking. I'm like, no one cared to talk to me
I
before.
love him. I've never heard this from him.
1000%.
Come on.
1000%.
You're not seen when you're heavier. It's true.
And
I was loud as shit. I was gay as hell and loud as shit, and yeah, I was never a shrinking violet. I wasn't, but it was embarrassing. Like, to be enormous and be enormous was too much. It was too much.
But you remember that story you told at the beginning of the podcast where the woman took your tickets and then come
Yeah,
back?
yeah, yeah.
I think she was like, we can't let him go to America. We can't let him be the face of Iran in America.
I mean,
did the president of Iran say there's no gays in Iran?
yeah, no, he did. Ahmadinejad spoke at Columbia University. He said there's no such thing as gays in Iran. Yeah, there's no such thing.
Straight until the minute.
I felt amazing. I was just like, wait till they get a load of me. I was so excited. Also, it's like on video how gay I am.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Not that kind of video. Yes,
You
that
can
kind
find
of
out on the
video.
internet.
Leading
It's
us to an image.
for
That's wild.
to a
It's what- I
small
was
feat of
young.
Zarna Garg comedy. You can see that video.
Yeah, I would.
That's
I would
wild.
gamble my entire business that there's video.
Oh God, yes.
Of you?
Oh my, you.
of
You.
you?
I think my mother watched. No, there's no video.
Oh, his mom watches. I love that.
Does your mom watch? Hi, Mom. I didn't know that.
Personally, never seen it. So she's
Do your kids watch your stuff?
Well, they have.
Well, they produce. They
Yeah.
participate in
They
the
added it for me.
Unbelievable. No, that's so like.
Best argument to have kids, by the way.
Yeah.
I would have a crew.
Listen, I mean, it's a long way to go because they're very expensive.
Okay.
But they do work for me and they do the whole TikTok, YouTube, whatever. Because who's gonna do it? I don't have time to do it.
Yeah,
I mean, you would actually have to
It takes a lot of time.
it does take a lot of time.
It takes forever. Oh my god! That's his job in the podcast.
He does everything.
So I'm handling.
You know, do you see how pampered I am? I mean, it's kind of gross.
But you deserve it.
You had a hard life, Mehran. It hasn't been easy. There is story after story. You know what it is? I think so culturally. I'm stealing her for a second. We aren't like the roles of parents, like within the home, like it tends to be. I know that I grew up with a lot of secrecy in the home. Like you weren't supposed to talk about family business outside the home and all of that stuff. And here you are, very visible, very outgoing, very forthright about like all of your eccentricities. I think that's a lovely environment for your kids to grow up in, but it's not necessarily where we come from culturally.
Not at all, but I don't know what we're hiding.
I
But I
agree.
don't feel like I'm doing anything so unusual.
I
Like
agree.
every mother is thinking what I'm thinking. So what exactly? am
Mehran's
I-
got some stuff you should probably hide.
What? I had most of them removed. So I'm sitting on them. That's insane. That's an insane thing to say, and I apologize. I do apologize. But back to you.
Well, we gotta the cellar's about to open, so we gotta.
Oh, shit.
we
I didn't realize
We
that.
gotta wrap this up. So,
Aw.
Zarna, can you plug some stuff for me? Can
Yes.
you tell the world where they can find you?
Okay, you can find me everywhere at Zarna Garg. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, OnlyFans.
Do you have an
Of
OnlyFans?
course.
I
How can you not?
Cameo?
And be real and cameo.
You have a cameo.
salute you. Do you make? I imagine you're fairly covetous.
She's sitting on a pile of money.
She better be.
I'm doing comedy on OnlyFans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a very good
It totally is.
Mehran, plug some stuff for me.
I'm the Mehran on Instagram. I'm Mehran on Twitter, and I'm here at the Comedy Cellar as much as I can.
Chef Raph on Instagram. Son of Good Hospitality is his business that I'm heavily part of.
So just his business that he's talking about, he is a personal chef. You can hire him. He'll come to your house if you have a date night. So let's say Zarna hooks me up with someone, wink, wink. Raph will come over and just cook this amazing truffle meal for us.
So yeah, no, we do a bunch of different things. So there's a consultation that we do. We're also on the hush going to the spot very soon. And
I will eat there every day. This is unbelievable.
This is
You didn't even.
Zarna Garg. My name is Ryan Reiss. You can find me on Instagram at RR Comedy. This is The Cheat Day Show. You can find us on all platforms at The Cheat Day Show. Zarna, you're amazing. Thank you so
Really,
much for
so wonderful.
Thank you for having me and for everybody listening, Ryan. And I'm screening right now.
Ha!
I have all of my hair. I own my own house. It has a full kitchen. And I see my parents once a week. I don't know if that's
No, listen.
No, you can continue to do that. That's oh my gosh.
Now,
Yeah,
what's,
we gotta figure
let's
it
talk
out.
some down.
I work. Hey. This is The Cheat Day Show. We got to go do comedy. Everyone be well.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Oh, Zarna. So lovely.
Thanks for listening to the Cheat Day Show podcast. To learn more about our show, the hosts, the comedians, our guests, our chefs, and more, visit our website, thecheatdayshow.com. Also, follow along with us on our social media at The Cheat Day Show on Instagram and Twitter. Future episodes can be found in all the places you get your favorite podcast. Our show is also sponsored by the world-famous Comedy Cellar on McDougal Street in New York City's Greenwich Village. Visit ComedyCellar.com for show lineups happening 7 days a week. Later, cheaters.